Hello, everyone. Hi, it's Veronica of Veronica Events, the editor-in-chief of the Wedding Planner Lifestyle Magazine. How y'all doing? I haven't been in for a long time, so I decided this is the last Wednesday in the month of September, and I am going to stop by to have a chat tonight. We do learn and we love and we talk. And as I mentioned, this is the last Wednesday. I'll be coming more often in October, but I wanted to check in this Wednesday. Hi, everybody. I'm just going to give everyone a chance to come in. And thank you for joining me. If you're not online right now live, then you can definitely check it out later on. Appreciate you still. Thank you. Oh my God. Hi, how are you? I'm waving too. So I'm waving too. I'm just pausing because I'm looking. It's like coming along the timeline. So hello, everyone. Thank you so much. Oh my goodness. Thank you. I love you too. Mwah, mwah, mwah. You know, I'm always blowing my kisses. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. I have a wonderful topic that I want to talk about, and it has to do with weddings, but I think it's more regarding a social issue specific to weddings, and it has to do with people and having a conversation and asking for what you want. So specifically tonight, I want to talk about asking for what you want. Why don't we ask for what we want? And that pertains to in life. It also has to do with, as a wedding planner and an editor-in-chief, I've been on the other side where I am a consumer and also dealing with people and wanting to ask for something and feeling a little unsure. So I wanted to talk about that tonight. And I think it's an important topic because thank you so much. Oh my gosh, you guys. Mwah. Hello, Madam Kitsia, all the way from Mexico. How are you, darling? Thank you so much. Congratulations on all your successes. I am watching. I see everything. Even if I don't comment or like, I'm seeing you. God bless you. Continue to do what you're doing. And I miss you so much. Hoping to see you soon. If not by the end of the year, by next year. According to the grace of God. So as I was saying, that a lot of times in business, we don't want to ask for what we want. And the reason why we may not want to ask for what we want is because a lot of times we think we don't deserve what we're asking for. And that's what I want to talk to everyone about tonight. And I know it's something that there's a concern. Like I said, it has to do with your business. It also has to do with dealing with clients and just personally, your own personal business. If you want something, you have to ask for it. And a lot of times we want it and we feel morally, or we feel this kind of moral restraint where we're like, if I ask, then maybe I'm not going to get it. And what I'm here to tell you that you're supposed to ask, even when you're dealing with clients. So I'm going to go down the list and then I will kind of deep dive on each individual question that we have or response. Listen, you guys have not seen me for a while. I've spoken to some of you offline. And there's a lot of questions that people have that they may not ask everyone else. I have the privilege of speaking to some of you, and you do ask me questions regarding the business and everything else, and hence the reason I want to talk about it. So, like I said, it has to do with your personal life, but it also pertains to the wedding business, and as you being a wedding planner to your client and your client to you also. So the first thing is you're afraid of rejection. And what that means really is you want to ask for something. Let's just say the client. The client wants to ask for an incentive or a discount. The client may feel that because they're working with you, it's not okay to say, do you mind, or may I have, or can you do something really good for me on the flowers? They may not want to ask because they're feeling if they ask you, you may say no. I am here to say to you that if you want something, you have to ask for it. Someone can either say yes or no, or maybe not now. But withholding the ability or feeling fair in asking, that's the issue right there. And we need to get over that. Ask, it's either yes or no. They may say that, you know what, I'm glad you asked, and they may honor your request. Or they may say, you know, that's not something I can do right now, and I can try for you later on. But it's important for you to ask. Don't fear the rejection in asking. When you don't ask, you never know if you're going to get what you wanted to ask for. So please do not let fear hold you back. Ask. On the flip side of that, as a wedding planner, or a wedding planner in the wedding industry, it applies the same to your business. Many of us are in the industry. We are working with other people. We work with our colleagues international around the world, and we may be doing business with them, and we want to ask something, and fear will hold us back. You cannot allow fear to hold you back. You have to ask. And like I said, there's only two things they can say. Yes, no, not now. Let's talk about it later. So the whole thing of being rejected, why would you feel rejection? What is rejection? Why would you take that personal? Because rejection to me is a non-entity, in a sense where if I'm going for a job and you want to hire me, let's just say you want to hire me, an example. Now, you may interview me and you interview someone else and you may choose the other person, but you're choosing the other person not because I'm not great. You can be choosing the other person based on so many factors. For instance, I may ask for 110,000 for that position. The other person may ask for 80,000. You're not rejecting me by going with the other person. What you're saying is, based on our budget, this is a better fit for us right now than what you're asking for. So if I'm not offered the job, I shouldn't feel rejected. I should feel that I'm qualified. I did an excellent job. However, they went with someone else for many factors other than me not being qualified for it. And it may have to do with money. Sometimes it is. You wouldn't know that. But don't feel that you're being rejected. Just feel that I'm still really great. They didn't choose me. They chose someone else. And we move on to something totally different. The second thing is too much of an effort. And when we're talking about too much of an effort, again, it comes back to self. Now, if you really want something, you have to ask for it. So it cannot be an effort for you to ask for something for yourself. You want it, you have to ask for it. And if you want to go biblical, the Bible says, ask and it shall be given unto you. So again, you have to ask. The asking, however, has many ways in which you can ask someone. You do have to be respectful of them, respectful of yourself. And remember, in all fairness, it should be fair to them. It should be fair to you. But please do ask. Ask and it shall be given unto you. So asking is important. It's not too much effort when it is for yourself. It's not too much effort when you really want it and all you have to do is ask. Open your mouth and ask for it. And like I said, it goes both ways. It goes in your personal business. It also applies to when you're dealing with your clients. You are supposed to be asking questions to inquire. You need to know. It's a needs analysis for your client. I need to know what they want in order to what they need in order for me to fill that want or meet that need. I can't know without asking. On the flip side, in a business, as a wedding planner, it's part of your business. You need to ask. Asking is important and asking without fear and knowing even if you don't receive what you want, you have asked. You've put yourself out there. So people know what you're looking for. Maybe later on they'll be like, you know what? She did ask me about that. Let me double back to her and find out if it's still on the table and she still wants to talk about it. So that's really, really important. The next thing I wanted to talk about is, don't you know what you want? A lot of times we want certain things, but we are not sure of what we want. That is key. You can't be asking for things that you're not sure what you want. What it is that you want, you have to be specific. Be specific about the things you want in order to receive it. Like you can't be general. You can't be asking, even in prayer. Let's go to that. Even in prayer, you have to ask your Father specifically, this is what I'm asking for. And that's where the manifestation takes place. The same applies to your business. You can't be general. If I'm asking my boss for a raise, my boss may ask me, so why do you want the raise? I shouldn't be like, well, I should have already prepared and thought about that before. Well, I'm asking for a raise because over the last 3 months, I met all my deadlines. I've taken on extra work. I've brought X amount of dollars into the business, depending on your position. So hence the reason why I'm asking. So you're asking because you've done something. You've contributed to the company. That's the reason why you're asking. On the flip side, when you're a client dealing with a wedding planner, you need to ask also, so, what is this going to cost? I have a budget. I really don't like the word budget, and a lot of clients and people that really know me know that the word budget, it's not really my thing. I call it a spending limit. And the reason why I call it the spending limit, because different clients are willing to spend money on different things. For instance, a client may not like flowers. So they're like, we're not into flowers, so it's not a big deal. However, as a planner, you are in the position to suggest to them what is best to invest their money, like video and photographs, which last post wedding. When everyone leaves and they go home, the only thing you have other than the flowers and the venue and the food and all the decor and the backdrop and all the wonderful elements are the memories of it, which is documented through video or through photo. So in that case, you are advising them where to invest their money and what will give them the best bang for their buck, basically. And that would be your suggestion. Then you'll have clients may say to you that, we're not really into photos right now because a lot of clients are a little more modern. It's not like our parents. They want to have a photo album, which those are great too. I don't want any photographers calling me saying, Veronica, I don't like you. So that I'm keeping that in mind. But they may be interested in video. And if they are, then you can suggest to them a great reference or speak to them about someone that can actually perform that service based on their spending limit. And again, I use the word spending limit because most of our clients, they know where they'd like to allocate their funds and where they like to go more on one thing and less on something else. So it's important that we work with them and decide or determine what is most important to them. The other thing about why do you not want to ask for what you want is asking didn't work the last time. And how many times have we gone through that? People. I've done it, you've done it, where you've asked before and it didn't go according to plans. And you're like, I don't know if I want to ask. You're hesitant. There's a hesitancy about asking. I'm suggesting again that you do ask again because you were told no the first time. It doesn't mean you'll be turned down again. On the flip side, dealing with our clients as a wedding planner or the editor-in-chief of a magazine, we have clients, again, who may ask. They have asked you before. It didn't work out. And they're like, well, I asked and you said whatever. Please ask again. Continue to ask. If it's important to you, you need to ask. And once you're doing that respectfully and you're taking into consideration it's important to you and who you're asking, then it's important to ask. You have to learn that saying no or hearing no before doesn't determine what the future is going to bring. So you can ask again. That is important. The other thing I wanted to add to why don't we ask for what we want as wedding planners and also dealing with our clients and just as entrepreneurs in our business is feeling vulnerable. And we've all felt that. You feel a little uncomfortable. You're like, I'm not sure if I should. Oh my gosh, I'm a little bit shy. Or, you kind of step back for a second because you're not sure what to do or how you feel about it. My question to you is like anything else. Do it with fear. Ask. It doesn't matter. Just ask. If you don't ask, you'll never know. So in business, ask. When we're dealing with our clients, the same applies. If our client is speaking to us about something we're not sure, please ask them to explain. Ask them to break it down. You're not going to be, that's the vulnerability I was talking about. There's never a stupid question. Just make sure that you ask them because you want to determine, you want to be able to take that information and do the best that you can with what they're relaying to you. In order to understand their needs, you have to ask questions. So asking questions is not a bad thing. It's a really great thing. It works for you. It works for your client. And also when you flip over to your business as a planner, it's absolutely important for you to ask. People prefer for you to ask a question more than once than for you to assume something and do it incorrectly. And that's why it's important for you to ask. Hi everyone. I'm sorry. I'm not going really, really fast, but I just want to say hi to everybody. Thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. And I'll be coming next Wednesday and most often so we can talk about all these wonderful things pertaining to our business, to our clients, and personally, how we are going to push through and become better business people, better to our clients, for our clients to understand us and market our business better. So today we're talking about why don't we want to ask for what we want? And we're speaking as planners in the business, and also we are taking the side. We're learning to understand where our clients are coming from when they're dealing with us and they're asking questions and they have a little vulnerability or insecurity about it's their wedding, it's the first time, they haven't done it before, and the way that we should approach it. Just giving you some tips. The other tip is actually, it's getting scary. It gets more scary when you feel that you really, really deserve something and you're afraid to ask for it. You should. You really, really should. Because if you're thinking about it over and over and over, that means that it is important to you. And if something is that important to you, then you should be the one to ask. Why not? You deserve to have it. A lot of times we don't want to ask for things because we feel we don't deserve it. I'm here to tell you that you do. And if you've done the work, like many of you in the business, like I know, past, present, and those that are coming behind us that are future in the business, you have done your homework. You've done the training. You've done conferences. You've learned from the best in the business. You are considered one of the best in the business. So you're qualified. Again, you are qualified. Why would you not feel qualified not only to share what you know, your knowledge, but also share it with your clients? To have a client that you're dealing with, once you're dealing with clients, your basis for dealing with your client is to educate them. Remember, they're getting married for the first time. You've been doing this for a while. So you have enough information and knowledge and experience and all the conferences and everything that you've done, the work that you've put in to share your knowledge with them and to impart and educate them and open to them asking questions. So it's important to make yourself available, vulnerable, and open to answering questions and not feel if I tell them I'm giving away my secrets. No, you're not. Please don't have that kind of mentality in the business. When you've come to a certain stage or you've worked hard in this business, you should be sharing what you know with others because there's ones coming behind you that are going to be in this business that are going to do amazing and you may be their mentor. You know, it's funny that I have people that I've mentored. Now we're talking about mentor. I may not talk to them that often, but I see them doing things in the business and I'm like, you know what? That was my mentor. So whether they mention you or not, they know and I know that I was their mentor. And it's amazing to see them doing great things in the business. We want to wish them well, cheer them on, continue to do what you're doing. And I am hoping that later on you will be so called that you will be mentoring others in this business. For last but not least thing that we're talking about, people have this way about them that going without feels virtuous. We're not doing that in this season. I'll repeat it again. Going without feels virtuous. You're virtuous, but you're virtuous with. If you decide that for some innate reason, personally, that going without something that you need, it's virtuous, it's not. Because what you're doing is denying self of what you really need and what you really deserve. I'll say it again. Being virtuous and going without is not virtuous. Going without is not being virtuous. Being virtuous is asking for what you want and knowing you deserve it. That goes for your business. That also goes for you dealing with your clients. Because again, when you know what you know based on your experience in this business, be it at conferences, like I said, during training, learning sessions, and many of us have trained with the best of the best in the business, local and long distance. We were mentors and people were mentors to us, and we appreciate that. It's important for you to share that with those that are coming up behind you, those that are with you, and also with your clients. Make sure that you're using the opportunity when you have a conversation with your clients to educate them about their wedding, about what is important to them for their business, and share your expertise with them also. And again, for yourself, going without is not being virtuous. If you want something, you have to ask for it. Know that you deserve it, and you deserve it because you've done the work personally, and right now asking for it is what you need to do. So you ask for it. Glory to God. The last but not least, there's a feeling, fear of feeling selfish or demanding or needy. And we've all had that at one point or another. You really, really want something and you're thinking to yourself, be it your business or dealing with your clients, that, it may be selfish for me to ask, or I'm too demanding. And people actually like to project that onto you when you're assertive. They take they would actually switch it around and be like, you're demanding. No, you're not demanding. You're assertive because you know what you're worth and you're asking for what you're worth. So, and also being needy. Needy is not something that goes along with our business or any other person. What is needy? If I'm asking you for what I think I'm worth, that's not being needy. You're not supposed to be begging anyone. Please don't. Because even if you're going biblical, it says ask. So make sure that you're asking for what you want. It is not selfish. You are not demanding. It depends on how you ask, and make sure the same respect that you are looking to embody, that's what you give to others, but you make sure that you're asking. On the flip side, that's your business. So again, feeling selfish, demanding and needy, those are not things to describe you. Those are other people's projections towards you because you're what? Assertive. You know what you want. You know your worth, and you know you're valuable and you deserve it. On the flip side, for your clients, again, feeling selfish. You're not selfish if you say to the client, what you're offering me. Let's just say the client tells you, this is my budget or my spending limit for their music. If you say to the client, well, that's not going to work, that is not being selfish or demanding. You're letting them know services cost. Your vendors that you're hiring to work, or subcontractors, they need to be paid also. They're providing a service. They're doing their job. They're very skilled at what they do, and they need to be paid. So it's not demanding. Again, it's not selfish, and you're not needy. You're just letting them know, if you need their service, I can get in contact with these wonderful vendors. However, they cost money. The service that they're providing to you is because they're skilled, they're trained, they put time and effort into their business, and they're in the business to make money. No one is in the business not to make money. We're all in business to make money. So they're in business to make money. Once they're reasonable, they're reputable, they're providing a really good service, then they need to be paid. They deserve to be paid what they're worth. So those are the things. It's just 10. But again, this evening I wanted to talk about why don't we ask for what we want? And that's specific to us being in the business as entrepreneurs or wedding planners or editor-in-chief of the Wedding Planner Lifestyle Magazine. We are looking forward to your support. And also as a wedding planner, as a conference speaker, as a mentor, and also dealing with my clients, because of course, as a wedding planner, you're dealing with clients and they're asking you questions. They may ask you questions and you're taken back and you're like, okay, why would you ask me that anyway? But again, it's because they are new. They're not in the business. They're getting married. You are, quote unquote, their professional, their sounding board, their psychiatrist. You're everything to them at that point, and it's your job or responsibility to explain to them things cost money. To explain to them that the people that you'll be hiring for their wedding or their event, they're reputable and they know what they're doing, the things that they're doing, photography, catering, decor, you name it, hair, makeup, those things cost money. They're skilled and there's a fee attached to getting your money's worth. That's what I wanted to talk to you about tonight. Again, I'll be coming next Wednesday at the same time. And going forward in my my live shows, what I'm going to do is I'm going to speak about not only the business of itself, but personally and also the business. Personally as a business owner, and also when we're dealing with our clients, certain expectations for ourselves, certain expectations for our clients to us. And please join the conversation. You can leave a comment. I would love to respond to your comment. If you're not comfortable leaving me a comment, then most of you know my phone number. You can definitely send me an email. You can give me a call, and we can, continue the conversation privately when I'm not live. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have a great Wednesday evening, a great week, and I'll talk to you next Wednesday. Bye. Bye, guys.